Well, hello, you lovelies. Thank you for continuing to come and play with me on this prompt journey, because I think it's important that we keep going even if we have frustrating art days like yesterday. And I painted over yesterday's so we could still have a page to use. We're going to keep going, guys. I think it's important that we just keep playing with our art supplies and figuring out, you know, our style, techniques, and just who we are as an artist or a creative or whatever creative thing that you're doing. So, use one color. Yes, we can do that. I'm pretty sure we'll be probably more successful. So, I'm going to glue this down, figure out what mediums I want to play with today. Of course, there'll be paint involved, I'm sure. Whether it'll be watercolor, inks, acrylics, not sure. All right, lovelies, be back in a second. All right, friends, so I gathered some supplies, picked out my paint. We are on day 18, so I am going to use and do some techniques that I used in previous pages, prompts, the ones that I enjoyed. I think that's the whole process of playing and keep doing it, and consistency. You find things that you enjoy creating and doing, and then you find things that you're really good at and some things that you're not so great at. So I'm using some wax paper for my palette because my other ones, my little saucers, I usually use for my watercolors. I love using book pages, and I'm going to use my dictionary pages. My neighbor gifted me this wonderful magazine, and I wanted to use, because the color is, use one color. Oh yeah, forgot to mention blue. I'm choosing blue because for some reason I don't use blue much, and it's not because I don't like the color. I guess I don't gravitate towards it, but I enjoy the color. So use one color. I decided to use the shade Cerulean Blue because I can add black or white to make it monochromatic. So then I really wanted to use this Bluebird as kind of my focal point, but maybe you have this problem. The next page, there's this lovely image, and it's a sunflower, and since I'm from Kansas, I was like, I don't want to use it and I don't have a scanner to make a copy, otherwise I would. Decision. So I'm going to use this cute guy because he's blue, right? I found some blue. I don't know. That looks more green now, so we're not going to use that. Never mind. Some blue. I found some scrapbooking paper that's blue. And I really enjoyed using the sticker, I guess, negatives of the sticker. And I don't know. I kind of like the layering time thing. You know how I layered some pages. I don't know if I'll do that. It's just something that I thought of, and I have some just paper here. Yeah. So let's get started here. I'm just going to do my thing that I like to do, which is for my background to give it some texture. We're just going to rip, you know, random, whatever it is. However it lands. Okay. Those are tiny pieces. Yeah. Sometimes when you want it to rip straight, it never does, huh? Anyhow, let's glue some of this. Let's make it this long. There we go. Get some regular school glue. So, how are you guys today? Hope you guys are well. I'm still behind. I uploaded what was supposed to be yesterday's video. It's still only at like 30%. But I'm still going to do these every day. Whether they get on YouTube, posted on YouTube in the correct day is another matter. But it's okay. They're out there. If you're wanting to watch them, they will all be up eventually. And you might be saying, well, why don't you get better internet? It's a sore topic with me because I feel like internet's been around. It's not new technology, right? And I know we probably, they say we have old technology, you know, by 10 years or so. Well, I don't feel like paying an exorbitant amount for internet. So, and I live out in the country, and our house sits in a valley. So, like, satellite is not, we don't reach it even with the dishes. It doesn't work very well. And so we have old-fashioned phone line internet because we have so many trees and stuff. That's the easiest way. So yes, our internet comes through a line underground. And sure, we could pay more per month to get higher. I think we tried that once. They gave us like 6 months free to boost our whatever it's called. And I didn't really see much of a difference, honestly. So I just pay my standard fee, which isn't actually a lot, and I just live with it. And sure, I could get Elon Musk's internet, but that is just too rich for my blood just at the moment. I don't have that kind of money to spend. So, and that's the story on my internet. Maybe you wanted to know that, maybe you didn't, but there you go. I know, I grew up without it. And I think if for whatever reason the internet went out, or if we didn't have internet, I'd probably hurt for like half an hour, maybe a couple hours, but I'd get over it because I can entertain myself pretty much. I love, though, the easy access to get ideas like Pinterest and stuff. But, you know, if you grew up without it, you kind of could probably manage without it again. I'm just trying to create some interest and texture a little bit, not having, I kind of do want some of this white space to show. Fragments, I guess. I'm not gonna think about it too much. It's probably good when I talk that I'm not thinking so much and it's more random or intuitive, as you may say. So today we didn't get to go for walkies because there was a loose dog. He was pretty. He had broken off his chain. Like a big lab type husky. I don't even know. But so our property is fenced all around our 5 acres. We got lucky when we bought the property. It was already fenced. And so my puppies, being very good watchdogs, would not settle enough. They kept barking at this poor pup. So I finally got them in and told the puppy, you got to go home. Like he really understood me. I doubt it, but kind of a late start today. I mean, I didn't get up late or anything. I was working on a journal, an explosion journal. I kind of wanted to get some of that done before I started videoing this today. And so we will have to go for walkies later. Okay, you know what? That looks good to me. So now the question is, which I kind of am thinking already as before I'm asking. So I'm going to put these down, but I kind of want to put some paint down first. But the question is, let's move my paper and bring my palette. Should I start with the base color that's already mixed, or should I lighten it first? I always think, what is the rule? I know I keep saying, what is the rule? Do we always go dark first or light first? Can't remember now. My brain is just not. Oh, it doesn't matter. Let's just go with the base color first, and then we'll add the white and the black to make. So I'm not going to use this right now. Just going to take some from the lid. Now, granted, guys, I'm just trying to use up this Modera acrylic colors. It came with the easel I had got about a year ago. So I figure let's use it up in our play journal. And then eventually when I run out, I'll go get some different, I hate to say better quality paints, but you guys know it's true. The better quality your supplies, the funner, I know it's not a word, the more fun it is to play. But at this time, I am really happy enough using what I have. Okay, so I'm just going to do that. I think that's bright enough. And I think what'll be neat is check it out. It's somewhat, not exactly the color, but now that you do this, you can see some purples in there and some green there. So anyway, it's okay. Right, so where is my sticker paper? Here it is. So question, shall we just cut this randomly? Can we make it look random? Yeah. Kind of like a stencil. There's one. Two. Yeah. Ooh, we could do a diagonal. A diagonal. And another diagonal. This kind of reminds me of Connect 4 a little bit. There. There's my random. I like playing that game. I actually like playing card games, any board games. Do you guys? It's definitely one of those pastimes I like to play in the winter months when you're kind of stuck inside. Because in the summer we sit outside a lot. As much as I sit at my desk and do my art, I do feel like I do get out enough outside in between times. Okay, so there's our random shapes. Is that dry? No. Shall we let this dry? Or should we put it down? I think we'll just put it down. Okay, well, at least we can think about where we want our shapes. It's still dry. So maybe we should cut out the bird and figure out our focal point. Let's do that while that is drying. So yes, my neighbor, how sweet. At first I was like, I'm like, you know what? These birds are cute. And I know as I get older, I really enjoy watching them. And I remember my grandmother just loving watching the birds, which I always thought was something, I'm sorry, please don't take offense. This was my young brain talking years ago. And maybe you guys thought the same thing. Why do old people always watch birds, you know? And I'm like, no offense, like, you know, it's cool and all, but I just didn't get it. But now, as I'm older, I really do enjoy watching these guys. They're just so fun to watch. Question, should I keep, now we're just gonna cut the feet off. But yeah, especially living out in the country and just seeing all the different varieties of birds and stuff. It's just so really is neat to watch them all. And to watch them fight and, you know, play in the water, the little bird bath and stuff. So I appreciate them more now. You know, we could make those circles like a branch that this birdie is sitting on. Okay, so we've got our diagonal here. Let's see, where did our other diagonals go? I think I had one more diagonal. There, that could be a branch. And this could be like the tree or something. There's like a branch there or something like that off the page. Bring this down, bring that there. We don't have to use them all, obviously. So we got this one that's got two. There. We'll just make that kind of like a branch. Okay, and what else do we have? I have this and this. So we could, since I like that layering effect we did on the time, we can make a flippy flappy dealio too, couldn't we? Oh, maybe we could have, that wasn't gonna, I was thinking we could flip that up. Hold on. So this is interactive, right? We can have that flip up, and then if it flips down somehow, I think we'd have to cut that, but it flipped down, right? And you'd still have more of a branch coming down. So it still is, you know? Okay. That's an idea. This could be the little flippy floppy. Like this. Just a thinking, trying to incorporate all the things that I've used, like I said before, into one piece. I thought it might start doing that. Thought of that the other day. Okay, why don't we just start there? So, see what comes of that. Right. Thinking we should think about that. Works like that. Good. Okay, let's put this down first. I will be having more of these sticker negatives because I got to print more. These are my logo and I ran out, so once I print more of these, I'll have more of these to play with. Okay, that one there. Put that there. Suppose we could double that up. That's not going to really work. Well, it could. It'd be interesting. Roscoe, you eating your foot again? Yeah, don't know. Okay, so we have that. Make sure that sticks down. Okay, shall we? We're committing to this. So we are. I'm doing it. Right. So we're going to glue this down. So that'll be like that. Okay. Oh, hello, Roscoe. Put this down here. Aww. Hold on, guys. I'm going to go put him in his chair. If I had another video camera set up, I'd video that. It's so cute because I tuck him on his little chair. I hope you guys can see this, right? Okay. Be right back. Okay. One of my other goals in videoing is not stopping and starting so much. Is trying to do like a not too edited. I don't like too overly edited videos because, okay, I'll be honest. One, I don't like to edit. I use a free editing software called iMovie. I don't know if it's just me and my grumpy old age. My brain gets tired learning new things so much all the time. And I'm not opposed to learning new things. It's just sometimes I just want to get on with it and do something else. So the less editing I have, plus, I don't know, I've always kind of worn my heart on my sleeve anyway, so I figure that's just the way I'm going to do my videos as well. I know, not a lot of fancy stuff, but then again, I don't really consider myself a fancy person anyway. So, now, before we commit, I feel like we need to build this page up a little bit. Yes, it's blue, but I feel like it's now time to put that there. Mix some colors. So, I know it's not the same shade, but we're not worrying about that right now. So I'm going to get some of our main color, cerulean blue, and I'm going to mix some white, because I think I'm going to do the dark later and kind of create a frame or something. Not sure yet. And we'll add some white. Okay, that's pretty. Now, before I do that, I feel like I want to add some book paper. Yeah. But kind of do some collaging, see which way that would work. Don't know. Oh, that piece isn't really doing anything. Why not? And we can, let's sprinkle it. I like doing this effect. One of my favorite things. I do this a lot in my journals on some of my pages. Kind of just get these edges kind of roughed up a little bit. Okay, and we'll just glue this down. Trying to get this to come up maybe a little bit. Okay, let's take some of this. Maybe just, oh, we should probably wrinkle this up a little bit, just a little, I think. Create and paint along. Usually I would like use ink on this process, but we're just gonna pretend this is ink because I really love playing with paint, if you haven't noticed already. Okay, right. Okay, we'll let that dry. I feel like we need some of that blue in here. Okay, that looks pretty good. Maybe you should paint that. That's a dark blue. We'll paint that or something. We could put a journaling spot in here or put some paper down here. You know, pretend it's kind of like I could write some thoughts in there. That might be an idea. We could even put another picture here. We could put another birdie. It'd have to be a blue one. But I don't have, that was the only 2 bluebirds I found in that magazine. Okay, try to keep that wrinkled. I'll probably have to come back and glue that. Okay, so there's that side. Oh, that's not blue, is it? So we'll put some blue on here. I guess if it gets on there, it's no big deal. Okay. There's that side. Let's see, what do we want to do? This. Well, let's just start. Let's just get some blue on it, huh? Shall we? See how that goes. Add a little bit of water, probably. Kind of didn't. Oh well, it's fine. I should have put some darker, but well, I still can. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Let's do it. We can still take our big brush. So what I was thinking is I didn't like this all solid. I like the distress look, I guess, with the paint. Let me get stuff hanging on my... Sorry if I'm wiggling the camera. I put my kind of wet towels hanging on that. My little, what do you call it? Your phone, iPad holder doofer. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so we have that now, just a little bit of that. Put the lid back on. Get some more of this lighter blue around it. I like seeing the brush strokes. Do you guys like seeing brush strokes in paint? Now, I used to be where I had to blend everything when I was drawing and doing shadows and stuff. I've moved away from that a little bit. Of course, a good blending is always, you know what I mean. blending is always good, but you know what I mean? All right, so check this out. So I don't have a gel plate, and I want to do like a print, you know, pretend this is a gel plate and just kind of lift off some of this paint. I know, kind of like that with my leftover paint. See the texture on there? And I could totally use it for, I don't know. So an idea, guys, you know, it's still printing, right? So that was my idea also for using, I have this, the back of sticker paper, which you can see a little stamp. So let's see what we get. So, yeah. Ooh, cool. And then you can blend some more colors and put this on again. So, maybe you guys already knew that. Maybe you didn't. Okay, so. This dry enough. Okay, do I need to like cut the yellow out? You know what? Let's just paint on it. Make it blend into the picture, which means I should probably glue it down. Yep. We don't want this to, that was kind of a novice move. Maybe you guys were screaming, going, don't shut it. Right. Yep. It's okay. We're gonna go with it now. Let's put a dry painting cloth here, right? Okay, so we're gonna go with this. We're just gonna go with it. Texture, that's texture. That's what I'm telling myself. Right, okay. Let's do, shall we do even lighter? Let's go even lighter. Go a little more white and a little bit of blue. Okay, so let's use this as texture, shall we? And then we're definitely just gonna have to let that dry. Cross out these words for some marks, you know, like our mark making. Your mark making with your paintbrush. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave that. Bring some of that white over here a little bit. Okay, so I may have to pause this just to let it dry. Oh well. Let's use some of this. Let's see. Think about where we want. We still got to put, ooh, we still need to put our sticker down before we continue painting. Okay, let's put this here. Let's put another dry, there's a baby wipe under this so it doesn't stick. Okay, put that over here. Think about where our sticker is going, if I can find it. Well, you know what? We'll do that in a second. This is going to start drying. So, let's bring some of that white here, right here. Make some movement. That kind of looks like wind. Well, for me, that's like like a breeze coming under the tree branch, maybe. So if that's going to continue on this side, the wind. And then if that's up, does anybody else have a desk that's just not big enough? I know, I could have a huge desk and it would not be big enough, I'm telling you right now. We'll have it come over on this corner. Yeah, okay, and it's down here. Maybe we won't carry that over because now if I put the sticker on here, I'm gonna have to repaint it. So I think I'm just gonna bag that idea. Right, I am going to let this dry. Nope, we can't do that yet. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry. I'm gonna do another print, a mono print. I can't do it well. We'll just do it right here so you can see if you're interested. So let's take this one, see, do it real quick, see if we, it's kind of interesting. Yeah. You don't have to do the whole paper too. We can just do the sides here. Like that. And do a corner. And a corner here. Does anybody else multitask when they're working on a project? Okay, there's that one. And did I have another one? Okay, since there's not much paint on there, I'm just gonna press this down and see. It's so pretty though. I love that. Hey, maybe we can incorporate these into our collage too. All right, friends, I am going to let that dry so we can build on this page more. I'm really loving this, guys. You know, finally, I feel like I'm having a breakthrough. I hit that wall on a few of those prompts, but I feel like I'm just, you know what I mean? All right, lovies, I'll see you in a second. Okay, so it is, oh goodness, Riley. It is all dry. We went for walkies and I got a phone call, so this is completely dry. And while I was on the phone call, I created some stamp clusters with some leaves and flowers, some more leaves and flowers, and some leaves. I'm going to use some ink. When I'm done at the end, I'm going to ink some texture here. So kind of need to put some color on there. But hey, I'm happy. Look, isn't that cool? So I meant to look up a sentiment or something to put here because I think we could use one of our painty papers. So let's continue. I want to add some darker blue to create some depth and interest. So let's see. I even rinsed out my paintbrushes. Let's use a different, just use a little bit of black. And try that much. I don't know. I feel like it's too much black, but we'll take it slow. Okay, let's just a little bit. Yep, a little dab will do ya, huh? Okay. Yep. That's kind of a pretty blue. I like that. Okie dokie. So I was going to, I still kind of wanted to cover up some of these green bits on that photo, but I may have to add a little more white on top, maybe. Okay, so I guess the way I was thinking, the wind was blowing up the branch. Maybe we got to do a little more something with this branch. Make it look like a branch, sort of, with some darks. In a way, sort of. So I don't know if that black ink, well, it might show up a little bit. It'll be subtle then, if anything. I think I need some more blue. Oh, that's probably too much. We'll leave it at that. Okay. Now it kind of looks like a bow, like a branch bow thing. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Bow, bow, bow. Never mind. Just pretend I didn't say that. Okay. Kind of liking that. We need to bring some of that dark over here a little bit to bring your eye around. Like this. Create some more movement a little bit. There we go. And probably could use some down here a little bit. Anyway, looking pretty cool. From my perspective, I don't know how it's looking in the camera. Things always seem to look a little different from where you guys are sitting versus the real thing. And also, I realized too, the lighting plays a big part on these videos too. Okay, so I think just so that we can get a cool painty picture or print, just gonna move some of this color around and see what we can get. You know what we could do too, just for fun, use the end of our paintbrush and create, I don't know, some marks. Maybe we should just do some X's. Let's see. Okay, let's see what we can get. Ooh, look, that's kind of cool. I'll do a little bit here, some on the edge. Neat. I kind of like that. That's pretty cool. You should try that if you have some wax paper, you don't have a jelly plate. I know there's different things you can use to make prints. It's not, you know, you don't have to have a jelly plate per se. But yeah, this looks pretty neat, honestly. Good way to use up your paint. Don't feel bad for wasting any. I think I have a little one here. Cool. And bet, check this out. I was thinking, what if you look at that, kind of pretty just that way. What if we sprayed some water, just a little bit, and did a fresh print, like just on this paper. So give it a mist. Let that sit for a second, maybe. Get a couple pieces going. We could do that. That's kind of pretty. You see that? Ooh, I like that. Okay. Let's do some more spritzing over here. Maybe wet it just a little bit more. See if we can't get the rest of this paper. Let's do this edge here. Okay, playing. See, come up with some new ideas. There's a little more grunge. It's very subtle, but kind of pretty. Got a little stripe going on. I'm going to try and wet this part and try and pick up this. Looks pretty neat. And right here. Because this acrylic paint kind of is plastic. Kind of reminds me of plastic a little bit. I guess that's maybe what it is. I'm not sure. The cheaper stuff. Ah, yeah, it picked some of that up. Look. See how that picked that up when I pressed on it? I bet if I played with this enough, I could get some really cool prints off of this. Or tried some different paper. Okay, so see? I got some of those bits. Cool. Anyway, neato, guys. Right. We'll focus back on this now. I think I need to do something here. I really like what's going on. Really need to color this. Ooh. Okay, sorry. Let's see if we can get a print off of this. If I wet it really. And maybe I should just let it sit there and let it dry for a minute. Okay, we'll do that now. Oh wait, in the meantime, I need to, let's try to do super light blue. I don't have any blue, so I'm gonna have to get another paintbrush. Just use this one. And we'll just get a tad of blue, just on the tip. And mix, see what we can get. A very light pale blue, probably. Can you guys see that okay? Yep, okay. I feel like I need a wider brush. Or I can just dry brush this and take some of this off. There we go. So this paint does dry pretty quick, especially on this waxed paper. Okay. Actually, so this I just stuck in the water. It's still got some black paint on it, so I'm gonna see if I can just get a little bit darker. Nope, that didn't work too well. Here we go. Okay, so this was just sitting in the water, right? So I'm just gonna grab some of it off of here. Why not? Ooh, that kind of made a pretty gray blue. I know somebody somewhere on a live was asking what's a good way to make gray. Well, by golly gee, here we go. It's a nice blue-gray. Put some over here. I'm just basically using this paintbrush as a, picking up some color here. Under here, painting some of the white edges over from the cutout. There's some yellow here too. Not be so obvious, I guess. There. Some yellow down here. Now the bird kind of looks like it's in the painting, like, you know, the painting. Well, I guess this is a painting to some degree. There. Just do this. Tone down that blue a little bit. And then there's a little bit down here. What you think, guys? Pretty neat. I like it. Okay, done, I think. Look, so I pulled that up. So if I leave it on a little longer here on this part, if I can get it to really smush down, I might be able to pick it up. If I put something on top of it. There. Okay, so I think I want to stamp, but I want to find a sentiment. So let me find something, some wording here. Then we'll stamp, and then I think we'll be done. And I think I'm just going to look at that. That's pretty neat. Interactive page. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Okay, so I found a quote. And it says, one reason why birds and horses are not unhappy is because they are not trying to impress other birds and horses. Quote by Salvador Dali. Yeah, I like some of his work. So I thought that would be perfect, especially for us artists or creators of any kind, whatever, you know, creativity project you guys are doing is, yes, that is one of those things. Anyway, so I'm trying to speed up this video. I don't know how long it is at this point, so if you stuck with me, wonderful, thank you. I'm using Salty Ocean Distress ink. And of course, I'm going to spray some water on it to just give it that melty look. I really wanted to back it on some of my painty paper, but then that's going to cover up my little branch. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I thought about stamping, but I don't really want to stamp now. I think I'll just leave it that way. Of course, you know, as this being my practice journal, you know, it's something I can do in the future, but I'm really loving this flip. I'm loving my book pages. I'm loving the blue. I think everything's starting to come together, you know? It's awesome. Having a great art day. So I'm going to glue this. Well, I'm not going to glue it down now. It's pretty wet. But in here, I pulled off my little painty, you know, the little prompt card. Keeping it, I try to keep it with the theme of the prompt somehow. So, and I'll just write over it, use one color and stick it there. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye. Oh yeah, and remember, whatever you're doing and wherever you are, I love you guys. Bye.